embarrassing. Welcome back. We are going to be starting today with A Realm Reborn. Dennia Darius of Twitch. I updated her search information on Mattias. And this will, again, Dennia is visually missing. Thank you, game. Today we're going to work on getting her job and profession up to level 30. Or to get all of her class quests done. Her job quest. That is what we have on the agenda today, and perhaps pick up with the MSQ afterwards. And we need to work on getting our Muzak going. Again, we're going to be doing the Workout 2021 EDM gym workout from No Copyright Sounds. Props to them for allowing us to have some kind of sound, even if so that we don't run into conflicts with copywriting with the soundtrack that they have available for sale. And I'd like to thank you all for coming back, and for those who joined, and even those who have left after joining temporarily. Alright. We might as well go ahead and take our chocobo and cue chocobo sounds in the back of our heads, because, hey, it's a happy sound. Yeah, there we go. Doing this casually for giggles. Again, we're doing it after doing some work this morning. And we're gonna go ahead and drive. We could technically go back the easy way, but there's something to be said about a really beautiful, graphics that are very consistent even to end game. And we're talking the most recent expansion, Shadowbringers. However, they have been very consistent. I played a game back in 1999, and every time they had a addition or new downloadable content, the graphics changed. I mean, it was a great game. It did really good. I mean, there was no it didn't come with a map. You had to download a map system. And that's cool, but when you got to some of the later, the Draconic race, you could see the huge, massive difference in graphic styles. And rather than updating the graphic style of the game, all total, which would have been the best thing, you kind of could see these chunks along the way as, graphic engines and 3D just change over the years. And they have two different styles in the game. That was the one that came afterwards, sequel. But in 1999, this game for a MMO, as far as I'm concerned, to this day, is the shit. Excuse my language. It's the shirt. But you cannot beat the consistency of Final Fantasy XIV. And in some of my Omni work, you'll actually be able to see dungeons at other levels, because hey, when you hit 60, you cannot control where you go, especially if you're healing. Something I'm really working on is trying to get my ability up for aerial effects, because it's easier to make level 80 or 90 with doing the higher end dungeons. But if you're not skilled at getting out of the way of an AoE or a mechanic, your party is going to hate you. If you're DPS like Dennia here, you'll be fine. It ain't a party unless the DPS dies at least once. Or the Dragoon, as they actually say. It's not a party till the Dragoon dies. I do actually like to give props out. That is, I think, my favorite one in this game, besides the Thaumaturge. But the Thaumaturge requires a level of eating area of effects. Ah, crap, wrong place. I guess I really will have to peace out. Hey, it was a fun ride. And I see you there, but I'm unable to read text. Oh, it's like chaos. Dude. Way to go, man. Welcome aboard. Alright. Here we are, the one of the more busiest shopping malls. I'm saying this mostly from a Realm Reborn point of view, considering that nowadays everything is very, very busy with new players. There's a lot of new players out there, and I can't tell you how many times I wanted to smack any distanced DPS upside the back of the head for being too close in combat. I did a heal on one this weekend, had one just jumping right ahead all the time. I love it. I mean, if the healer had been me, I'd have let the guy die. I don't care if it was a low-level dungeon. You know, you want to go over there and tank that, you knock yourself out. You know. And I was tanking. My god, I am still too low-level for this woman? Really? Ugh. 30. Okay, so we are caught up. My bad. Let's go make this happen. We could go do the dungeon and just, you know what? We're gonna run over to Halatali. Because lying in wait at the city, well, that's not that bad. We could do that at level 29. It's gonna be a real quick one. Let's see what happens. Go back to the dry bone. Oh, I don't want to pay that. Ugh. Wow, that's painful. We're gonna just do that because I like my gil, and it's all that Dennia has. I see gold sellers are out and about today. That's not pleasant. So I'm going to be this person and report the activity and ensure that I don't see that particular name again. Oh, here we go. A skilled person who's likely AFK for 20 minutes to play this. Quite a bit of culture that happens, you know, in AFK land when people, especially bards. We had a really good solo guitarist the other day over the weekend. Yeah, I was playing on I was playing a different character here on Mattias. Anyway, back to work. It'd be pretty cool if this guy actually found out that he got to play on somebody's Twitch stream. Anyway, we're going to the Gold Bazaar. We're probably going to get off somewhere before we get there. And as I said before, you know, doing all the quests in advance or as you go, I really would have liked to have known all this stuff when people were like, oh wait, that's your hunt log, and let's go here, let's go there. Oh god, I can remember the guy who did that. He bought my copy of Final Fantasy and he was so excited to have someone else play. I probably should let him know that thanks to him, I'm actually streaming on Twitch. 1,000 years later. And I totally missed it, so we're gonna just go ahead and get in there from up top. Don't think there's anything that we need to do. To keep this guy. As much as I would love to be able to do area of effect with the other one, it's a bad idea for what we are about to do. And true to Japanese, you know, to the Japanese storytelling, this was such a disappointment. I won't spoil though. I mean, you could get it spoiled if you want, but I'm gonna let you see exactly what's gonna happen. I was just totally demoralized when I did this particular duty at the time. It's still, it just, knowing in advance even makes you not want to do it as wholeheartedly as you should. Because your character goes in here and they're wholeheartedly taking this on. Gotta love a low-level villain. And it's a go time. So, at this point, I'm gonna duck out over here. Start my reign of terror. I really don't have to worry about a lot of this stuff. Hey look, another one. If you're a healer, you can do this entire thing as a healer, and only heal your friends. So it's one of the really nifty things is that if you do a fate and you are a healer and you heal throughout the fate, you will get experience at the end of the fate for it. You may be missing, you know, experience for, you know, doing mobs in, but you will for sure get experience. You will get credit. If you're in a party, you'll get the actual experience for the kill too. Now there's no way that guy's gonna be doable at this point. Alright, now I have problems. One of the things we've learned is that casters, healers, and archers are famous for wrecking, wrecking your party. Oh, this is friggin' never ending. Damn it! I hate this part every time. I really hated this. Every time I've done it, I've hated it. It doesn't matter what job you're doing, and that's the sleep spell. There's at least 2 or 3 magic casters that actually have this spell, so night night. And huzzah! Here we are. Still not high level enough, dang it. And we cannot do any more quests until this is done. I mean, we cannot teleport out though, which we will do. Anyway, with that done, we're going to get close to Halatali. That's gonna be 1000 Camp Drybone. Aha! Although officially for game purposes, you can't leave here until you do this fight, but the game mechanics. Gotta love those game mechanics, you know? We're just gonna go unlock Halatali and be done with it. Because we do have some free time at the moment. Now, if I was just grinding levels, I would totally not do that. I basically would just do a random roulette. There'll be plenty of time for that later. We may actually do that after this too, because, well, wow. Oh, yeah, that's right. We're supposed to be going that way. Okay. How's it is? There we go. Alright, the joys of the casual life is even if you're streaming or not streaming, you have family that will come by and mess with you. That's that sound. I'm being laughed at because I'm running all the way to Halatali. Anyway, while we wait for this dungeon, we will do stuff. And now we decide, ooh, that's nice. If I was a level 20 tank. I really would like to pick up the lance, but I've got 3 characters elsewhere that are doing lancing. And I just capped 80 on my Omni with a Lancer this last week. It felt like on one hand it felt really good, but on the other hand I was so disappointed because I really enjoy the class. I really enjoy the job and profession. And I hadn't realized how much. Alright, now let's see. We have a bunch of things we can do while we wait. We have the ill-conceived. Saw that one coming, and it could happen to you. And we have Seeds of Change. We're gonna hide this. And this is what we're doing while we wait. We have plenty to do. So we need to go find a missing retainer. But we're currently here. That's gonna be in the Black Shroud. And I guess we could go to UL'DAH. And not worth a ticket. So we're gonna actually go to the airship landing from here and go finish this unlock that we have. See, I did say that we would actually manage to do a lot of unlocks on the side. And this would allow us to account for our time while we're waiting for a dungeon, which is what we are. We probably could get we probably could get this done if we were a tank or a healer. And at level 30 we could pick up the scholar healing, but I have yet to actually figure it out. But for right now, we're gonna go to that brightly colored, eye-stabbingly colored place called the Golden Saucer. Blam! We are out of here. It is so lovely that this flying in here is just gives you the true scope of the Realms Vegas. We are going to the Realms Vegas. Welcome to the Golden Saucer, where you can buy short and long-term you can do scratch-offs, lottery tickets, and gamble, because there's so many ways to gamble. The music is absolutely ridiculous here. If we didn't, want to be monetized, which we do because, there's only so much that a rideshare can do. There's a lot of really cool clothing and stuff you can get with Golden Saucer tokens, or MGP as it's called. I've actually have certain bodies that win the lottery, the weekly lottery. The biggest downside to the lottery is remembering to cash in your ticket or to check your numbers. And the Manderville Gold Saucer. A lovely place.
Emotional suicide. You know it's a knife for
So we have now unlocked the gold saucer. And while we're here, the really nice thing is that we can pick up a new hairstyle. For a little bit. Alrighty then. Welcome to the saucer. The Manderville Gold Saucer. Gold Saucer points. Oh, excuse me, Manderville Gold Saucer points. That shows how much I actually do reading in this game. For some stuff. Like the help. That help is new. This is good. Maximum amount of money gil you can spend on MGP points is 5 grand. So basically, if you have 100,000, you can only get a limited number. Then you have to win the rest. And you pick up another unlock, which takes you around. I will do my best. We'll probably wind up getting this quest in here. There you go. Cannot sell anything that you get from the shop. Look at the landing. Isn't that awesome? It just goes right out into the desert. And you just see that glowing desert out there and you're like, nope. And as I said, everything here is brightly colored. So I'm going to put my walk on. I love the color scheme though. It's all purple and pink, and the green works with the purple. Ooh, Moogles. I love Moogles. They make me squeal. This outfit on the girls and is available in a male version nowadays. Can be purchased with MGP. So we're going to first person gawk around. Oh, and you're welcome. They believe in the almighty Moogle, which is good. Look at all that beautiful color. All that stained glass. The glowing weapon the person in front of us is holding is, you may get one of those converted for you at the Palace of the Dead, or POTD. And this is an important thing, as we all know. We can attune to these. So, here we are. That's an UL'DAH, not one of the original races of A Realm Reborn, which is why we're not using that, or the Bunny Girl, or the Viera. We may actually do a body change later. And so they give us the what for of being here. Love those Makote boys, they're so adorable. The girls just look somewhat scary. I love their greeting people. They're always showing us everything that we possibly could need. As you can hear, it sounds like you're in a place. And there is music here, don't get me wrong. So, maybe we'll turn the music on real quick. Hopefully my luck, it's probably monetized already, so we'll take a chance. Because it really is a really good, it's really nice here. Yep. And the menu here gives you everything you could possibly ever want to know about the gold saucer. But I will say that the gold saucer music could possibly be, could possibly get on your nerves eventually. And we have our mini CAG pot. We're going to get our education about it. And it's not necessarily a game of chance. It is and it isn't. And we are busting out of here. Okay. We'll have to come back to this. Anyway, we need to hurry up and get this done. Okay. Well, I won't skip the cutscene, but... Look at that guy. Fearsome. Oh, he totally deserves this. Anyway, we're gonna have to kill this background music for all the usual obvious reasons. Yeah, we're gonna just stay back here with the healer. And we need to move. Yep, we need to move for sure. Reapplication, check. And the game mechanic here is kill the nail. The hard version is kill the 2 nails. It's awesome. And I'm gonna get mass damage for that because I was distracted. Our ninja should actually nail this dude with the limit break, but we wax strong these days, not like back in the first when it was only the Realm Reborn. Interesting. Of course he's late. Well, no matter, it's all done. Aw, he's so nice. He's so awesome. Dude's going to jail. Maybe he'll get executed. I think he's such a ladies' man of sorts. It's a really good character model. I love these hidden cutscenes. They're very informative. They kind of let you know what the universe is going through, but yet, at the same time, you know, stuff that's happening at the same time, that's watching everything. It's actually really very, you know, it's very nice to see. And the nice thing about the trials is that some of the later trials will give us very good items, but there's only one, and it goes for everyone. Well, with that out of the way, we come out in the rain. Again. And back to this. So, put this back at the top. And we have that World of Wonder quest that we're going to keep track of. Unless we're in the vicinity of the others. Alright. And we'll port over to Horizon and take the run. And here we go. And look at this, we missed a few while we were here. Oh, we never did these. Ah, that's right, we didn't start in UL'DAH. So there's that. So as you can see, there's a lot of side quest for the UL'DAH faction. And 1 minute for 15 gil, not bad. So someone asked me earlier about a red dragon in this game. I'm gonna go see. I'm gonna probably look it up later on a bestiary. It's for LARP purposes, but still, it's good to know. And bam, here we are. Back in the happy land. So we've unlocked Halatali, which will be useful when we get a Grand Company. We're going to do a Grand Company with the Flames. We know this in advance because our full company is, you know, based, their allegiance is to the Flames. In the past, we actually did have an FC house on our other server. We lost it to needing to subscribe to keep it and to walk into it. So it's fantastic. And ladies, this guy is utterly hunkable. And Finna, she's kind of got this girly thing going on, but considering the position she's in, I'm thinking she's almost in her 30s. She's gotta be like 25, 28. And we know in these games they don't preserve, you know, present, you know, age very well. The one branch of, I can't remember the branch of human or her that shows better age, you know, shows more cragged expression. And it's mostly in the men. He is using a emote that is called converse. You know, so when you're talking, your character can move their hands around, and we have a command so that you don't actually see the emote for it. You know, it's motion, it's converse motion or smile motion. But you know, and if you're role playing, you have to really make sure that the person you're role playing with can see this. You know, that they're, you know, not doing other things in the background. My favorite is sneering on a Lalafell. That is the creepiest thing ever. Anyway, let's turn the music back on. So let's see here. We should open that for fun. Uh-huh. Totally useful. Yeah, exactly. We have still not made level 30. That's pork and beans. Ah, finally we can gain seals, get a chocobo, and ride everywhere. And have such magnificent rides. The nice thing is that you can max all of them out. When you get to second lieutenant, the only way to actually get the max amount of rank is to do the Wolf's Den. I have never done the Wolf's Den. I'm not sure how much fun that'll be. I always like Warsong Gulch and WoW, and I am a avid fan of playing Huttball and Star in the Old Republic. You used to be able to, in the Old Republic, to actually do it at will. Now it's a rando thing, so I don't do it. I stopped doing it. I actually stopped playing, you know, I bought the game, did the sub, and I paid for my game. I didn't get it for free. And then they're going to nerf that stuff. The whole, you know, you come back and it's like, unless you sub, you are completely nerfed. You know, you can't do anything without, you know, paying. And the thing is that I bought the game. I didn't get it for free like all the new people. It would be nice if they could grandfather people when that happens. Oh, they're gonna be so sadly disappointed. But because I have an Omni, I took the time to max out all of the grand companies. Mostly because it is what it is. It's an Omni. You know, I don't want it to be said that I didn't do everything.
Can you hear me? We could be legend. I have nothing to lose. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. Wake up. I know what's real. Escape reality. Hardwired.
switching grand companies is 50,000 gil. So I originally chose the LIMSALOMINSA, even though my character started in UL'DAH as a thaumaturge. And I swear there was a roleplay decision involved because my character was male. He liked the look of Mayweather, which is really fun.
We used to look up at the sky and wonder at our place in the stars. This is the world you've made yourself. Now you have to live in it. The end is in our sights. The future is already here. No matter how hard we tried.
And the way the story is built, you can't but join, so there's no getting out of it.
Brace yourself. I can see the end inside.
I like this particular song. I have to add it to my jams.
3, 2, 1. Hardwired.
So this is how this game explains explains the link shell system or channels. Other games don't have an explanation for it. Here they call it a link shell. And it is pretty good. It means that when you get a tell from somebody, you get a text message, a voice, something, and you don't have to actually say I have a feeling. Alright. I cannot tell you the first 2 times I teleported somewhere else instead of just walking outside the room.
Everybody know I'm a visual. Killing cold like a criminal. I'm everybody's type, but nobody can deny. 'Cause you know I get it. I'm getting freaky. Yeah, I'ma bring the crazy. Get that freaky on. Get that freaky on. Freaky. Get it right. Get that freaky on. Jingle go daga get freaky. Yeah, I'ma bring the crazy. Get that freaky on. Get that freaky get freaky. Get it right. Synchronize.
Yeah, this is one of those moments where using these are really economical.
I'm getting freaky.
Now what does he unlock? Ah, that. So we now have a new unlock. Ah, there it is. And we're off.
I lost my son to the calamity.
The 3 Seed Seers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body. Our forebears were once strangers in
Sadly,
the
they didn't do
Twelveswood.
voiceovers for this.
Fearful of the green wrath, they hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago. Working hand in hand, the Hyur and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seed Seer. The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hyur and Elysian. An elegant symbol, do you not agree?
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the
Here's
sanctity
a race
of the
that's not available
Twelveswood.
to play.
When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness. And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat. "5 years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Cartano. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity. The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other. To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable. So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Time was a man could walk
pox
the
on the
high
bloody
roads without
Ixal.
fear.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood. Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our... We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concern. I bid you, join hands with me once more beneath... And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, we must think of the children!
Woods will be done.
It's up to us to protect the
For
forest.
the elementals!
If you'll permit me, Alfie no. And my sister, Alize, at your service. I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler. You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
That's another race that they haven't provided for play yet. We are done here. Yeehaw. One down. One to go. Two to go, to be honest. And we've made it, and we should be able to get over to the Chamber of Rule. So much to do with this part of the quest. And here we are. Are joining the rest of the people doing the same thing. Bum 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 bum.
Behold, 'tis the Sultana Nanamo herself!
And Roban as well.
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore. Hurrah! Rauban! Where since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of the UL'DAH dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold. Where by the grace and glory of NALD have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered. I speak of UL'DAH!
There, at the Flame General's back flies the Grand Company's standard. Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
Great and many are the gifts our nation has given the realm. In Eorzea's darkest hour, on the killing fields of Cartano, none spent more in blood and gold than we. Thus was the 7th Imperial...
So that's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
Yet many left our gates, never to return. Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond. If the fates were fair, the price we paid that day would have bought us victory. Alas, they are now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era, the spirit of sacrifice... Look around you! What do you see? A people divided, downtrodden. Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel? I ask you, is this the great nation our brothers and sisters gave their lives to set? You who call this living, dishonor the name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death. Our enemies surround us. The savage hordes of the UL'DAH wait beside our roads, strangling the lifeline. Meanwhile, the Garleans make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural... We stand on a precipice, yet we do not act. Whether trader or soldier, monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided UL'DAH stands to fall. Victory and fortune walk hand in hand. Ye who seek glory and wealth, look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the... Now is the time to unite. Now is the time to ride forth. In the name of the Sultana, I beseech you. Line not your own coffers,
Oh, there's a
but those
really
of the
cute
immortal
quest
flames.
with her at the beginning of the
UL'DAH, but to
main story
restore her
quest.
to prosperity.
It's really cool.
As the realm prospers, so shall UL'DAH. As UL'DAH prospers, so...
Yeah, for UL'DAH!
Together we are one.
Your Grace.
Raubon? People of UL'DAH, I, Nanamo, 17th in the line of Ul, address you. Much has been made of the wealth of UL'DAH. Yet those who measured that wealth in coins and carats are gravely deceived.
I think I have the voice turned way down on this.
For the true wealth of UL'DAH lies in the health, happiness, and hopes
I'm
of her
so
people.
sorry for that.
Beloved subjects, I bid you raise aloft the torch of UL'DAH, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Long live Nanamo!
Glory to the Sultana!
Now, I thought I had that turned up loud enough, but I was wrong.
Fearless into the inferno, for we are by fire reborn. Forsooth!
The time is now!
I believe!
So I could have
Seeing
sworn
you
in the
again.
beginning that there was an actual voices for that particular those particular speeches. I was right, and I apologize. I'm going to turn the voice up so you can at least hear the Limsan one. Alright, let's get the voice level up, because obviously I robbed you all of being able to hear it. Normally I have it down because, well, I've done the quest a lot. So we are going to head over to LIMSA, which we can do for free. Thank God. This travel thing's so expensive. Off to Bulwark Hall. Only a Lalafell doing this.
The Garleans are another matter altogether.
So much for our alliance.
It's sunk beyond the seabed.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken unto me. Look upon this, our mighty crimson standard, and tell me your hearts do not swell with pride.
The sound for this?
700 summers have come and gone since our forefathers first ran aground in this fertile bay.
I'm being told
in that time, guided by the Mother of Oceans, LIMSALOMINSA has grown from humble fishing village to uncontested ruler of the 5 seas and beyond.
She has an amazing voice, let's put it that way. They all do, and the little Lalafell. Your Grace.
Did you look as the Admiral bid you?
Such a cute
It is a rather stirring standard, I must say. The crimson field is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the black longship represents a pirate vessel.
When the Garlean Empire marched upon Eorzea, we assembled beneath the Maelstrom standard, and our grand company was reborn. All answered the call. From the Knights of the Barracuda to Hilfir's bloody executioners. And together, we met our would-be conquerors upon the field of Carteneau. That day, the world bore witness to the united strength of LIMSALOMINSA. I swear to you no army ever fought harder or with more courage. Yet many of ours did not survive. Join me now in remembering those who fought in the name of freedom and fell. May their souls be returned to the sea.
Freedom. Yes, they have always been rather fond of their freedom. Much as the beast tribes have. Small wonder. Beneath the surface, one would struggle to tell them apart.
It has been 5 long years since the calamity struck. 5 long years of tireless rebuilding. Yet still the wounds of the calamity fester and weep. But when I stand atop the mizzenmast and gaze out upon our battered and broken vessel, I see an undying spirit. Did we not build all this from the wreck of the Galadian all those centuries ago? Shall we not do so again? Yet there are those who would see this ship of ours sink beneath the waves of the restless Rotano. The Sahagin creep ashore seeking blood for their accursed god.
Those fishback bastards.
The Sahagin have risen?
While the mines of Ogomero spew forth kobolds who push ever south, despoiling our lands as they go. These savage beast tribes will be the first waves to crash against our creaking hull. And behind them swells the grim tide of the Garlean Empire. Even now the curs fly their flags within our borders. Doubt not, but that they will be upon us ere long. We are well nigh surrounded. Yet there are those among us who would rather turn their swords against their crewmates than our cannons against our foes. How can we hope to repel our many enemies when mutiny breeds below deck? There is but one course left to us. One bearing that will bring us victory over the beast hordes and the Empire both, and see this ship safe to port. We must mend the rift the Calamity has reopened twixt pirate and maelstrom, and stand fast with our adventurer brothers against the coming tempest. Mark ye well, a crew without unity is no crew at all. 'Tis but a mass of drowned men. To me, then, brothers and sisters of the sea, gather beneath the undying crimson standard, and pledge me your strength, your skill, your wisdom. And with the guidance of the navigator, this great vessel of ours shall ride the waves, till sea swallows all!
Long live the Admiral!
Admiral Melvin!
Gather the lads!
Oh, where's me cutlass?
I'll follow ye to the seven hells, Admiral!
Fancy meeting you again.
Alright, there's that. A beautiful speech. Gotta love all this foreshadowing. So, right out of the bat, we find all the other primals. Lots of foreshadowing. Oh my god, she looks so cute doing that. Kawaii! Alrighty then. Whew! That's over with. Holy mother of God, that was absolutely a load of fun. So we need to go to Horizon.
She misunderstood. I said it wrong. Oh, hey.
So we're off back to Horizon to go to the Waking Sands. Yeah. I will be so glad when we can ride there. All these cool mounts, no way to ride there. We're just gonna pretend like she got them for free. As a donation for her services. I can't believe they made her earn her chocobo. Well, anyway, getting 2,000 seals for a chocobo, riding, and a chocobo issuance used to be painful. Absolutely painful. It took a few hours. Almost there, I can taste it. Oh wow, it is really nice. And look at that grass and stone. It's really breathable. And have no idea who that is in the statue. I mean, we could try to make it out. Nope, it's fuzzy. Too fuzzy to read. Alrighty then, we have stuff happening.
The gods only know what grand company our adventurer friend will keep. The wheels of change.
Brother, are you certain this course is best?
Whatever do you mean, dear?
The so-called remembrance ceremonies were little more than standard waving rallies. As though the Calamity and Seventh Umbral era warranted scarcely a mention.
Well, of course they were standard waving rallies. Since you are so observant, mayhap you noticed what mention was made of the Warriors of Light? None. I suppose they must have... No, dear Alizé, they haven't forgotten these details. Deep are the wounds the Calamity inflicted upon Eorzea. Needless to say, the beast tribes and their primals do little to alleviate the... So, the task of salving Eorzea's wounds falls to the scions of the Seventh Dawn. Remembrance will yield no remedy. If our world is to heal, we must...
Our grandfather would never entrust the fate of the realm to despots who rewrite history to their convenience.
Well, there we have a difference in ideology.
There must be another way to cure what ails this world, and I mean to
You are most welcome to try. Our paths may differ, but our destination is the same.
I should hope so.
My lady!
At least you're
We
not
are
gonna
to
war with
escort
each other,
you!
you know?
Hope does not come into it. We share the burden of this fate, dear sister. The salve will serve not only to close up our present wounds, but prevent old ones from opening anew.
Yeah, I really love the consistency of the graphics. Alright, Flame Officer it is. Blam. Gonna stay with my FC. Just gonna do this. Ooh, free die, always good. And we are still not 30. For the love of all things. So we'll probably change our home location to UL'DAH, because we'll be going back and forth to the Grand Company, which will be grand. So we will go ahead and... Oh, you know what? We can go outside and we can No, that doesn't. That goes to LIMSA. Bugger all. Alright, we're gonna go to the Grand Company, start this Immortal Flames quest, and then maybe queue a dungeon. Well, now's a bad time to queue a dungeon. Because as you know, we know we're doing casual play, and if we know it's gonna take a while, we don't want to, you know, encourage kids to say, well, I'm in a dungeon, you know, but you knew 15 minutes before you got in a dungeon, you had to log out. Alright, so now we have a quest for tomorrow for the main storyline. It would be nice to do the World of Wonder thing. It would be nice to do all of that, but we've got 12 minutes, and you know what? realistically speaking, if we're adulting or responsible youth that are playing, we will, you know, park ourselves somewhere, you know, so that when we log in, it's pleasant. I'm not a fan of parking over there. So let's see, where is that airship? And since we already have a horizon, we will park near where we are going to work tomorrow. And I know it's not really parking. She's gonna be all pretty, you know, ready to go. I don't think we can go. Oh, I think we can go in this door right here. And yes, it's a great place to park. No entry, no entry. So this is a basic shop. But anyway, it's out of the main drag, and you know, for continuity's sake, because we log out and stuff. If there's anyone role-playing, it doesn't look like we just materialized out of nowhere. It's nice to be helpful that way. And so here we are back at the Realm Reborn screen that I set up for everything. Thanks for watching. I will see you tomorrow, which is Friday. And then the rest of the weekend, I will put something up here and there, maybe. You know, because, you know, I play games. And I might actually run an Omni. Provided that people are not around to want to roleplay, because, you know, I have to actually have permission for that. And stories are currently ongoing, so you wouldn't really know where we were at. We'd literally have to queue you in. And I'm not really sure if anyone's interested in that kind of thing. You know, the days of our lives of characters and how to roleplay in a game. I will see you tomorrow at 1:30 Eastern Daylight Time. Signing out, Nanu Nanu.